It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading, and today we're going to do a 2-year review on the Harris Farm Nutri-Rate 360. 2 years ago I was looking for an incubator that would consistently hatch out eggs, because I had some success in the past with my cheap incubator, and I had a homemade incubator, but it wasn't really that consistent, and it was really time consuming. Like, you had to run and flip the eggs twice a day. The water reservoirs weren't that big. It just seemed like you're doing a lot more work to get the eggs to hatch. And it just didn't have the consistency of hatch as some of these better incubators. So I looked around, I saw that the reviews for the Harris Farm was really quite good. I bought it. I think it was 150 to 180, I can't remember. But I bought it. It came, it was on Amazon US. So it came, it got dropped off. I tried it the first year. I had pretty good success. I think I had 6 eggs, maybe 6 eggs that hatched. But I think what the issue was more my chicken, my roosters. They weren't really fertilizing the eggs, or didn't have enough roosters or whatever. So, but I was happy. I was able to hatch out 6 eggs. So I was like happy. That was all I needed to replace my flock. So then the next year I had a whole lot more. I can't remember. I did 2 goes of them and they did very well. I was super happy with it. And you know what? This incubator definitely has shown around here anyways that it can and it is capable of replacing my flock on a consistent basis. I don't need to have a whole ton of chickens every year. I think it's about, I need 6 to 8 chickens a year would probably be all the chickens I need. And this is very capable of that and more for sure. So I was super happy with that. And the quality of it and everything, like the plastic, the durability, like I'm thinking, okay, 2 full years it ran with the egg turner, the heater. Everything is still running really well. If you have a homestead or a hobby farm or just having chickens in the backyard and you're looking for an incubator just to be able to replace some chickens in your flock, this is definitely a super choice. So this thing I give the Cheap Homesteading seal of approval. It is definitely a very quality and a consistent incubator. So it's been a great addition around here. It's definitely paid for itself, because when you go to buy chicks, it becomes really expensive by the time you're done. And this thing has been well paid off over the 2 years. This year, if I have a good amount of hatch, it's going to be it's going to be well paid off. To have a good incubator around is a necessity when you have a backyard flock. So I have the incubator up and running right now. I don't know how many more days I have left. I have 14 more days before the hatch, so then you're going to see some updates on that. But it does have some of those nice features, and I'm going to show you. The one thing I like about it the best is the automatic egg turner. If you have a cheaper incubator, you have to go out morning and night and basically move the eggs around so they don't stick to the shell and all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm maybe not the best to remember every time. I do it most times, but this takes the guess out of it. These automatic egg turners are programmed to turn, and you don't have to worry about it. It'll just hack. You can do a test turn by pushing the positive and the negative button. And that is what it looks like when it turns. Really nice features. It shows humidity right there. And you control the humidity by just opening and closing the little door. And it all depends where this is by the humidity in the house. It's so weird. Like, I've never had it this open before. It's normally about halfway, but this year is very different for some reason. Nice to see the actual percentage. You can kind of keep it between, I think it's 48 and 55. So she's right there. I think it's good. And then it's 99.5. That's your temperature. And if you push this, it shows that I have 14 days left. So you basically, whenever you put them in the incubator, you start off at 21 days. and it'll do a countdown, so even if you forget, you can see it. So that's awesome. And there's an external water fill. You don't have to open it every time to fill it, so that's a bonus. And then I think it's 3 days, I've got to check, but 3 days before the end of incubation, you pull the bee tab off, and then you fill both trays the whole time until they hatch. The fan and everything's rubber mounted to keep it from vibrating. It's actually just well thought out incubator. So I'm gonna do an update video when these chicks hatch out. They got 14 more days. When I do make that video, I'm gonna try to put the video in the description so you can see it. I'm expecting that we're gonna have a lot of chicks around, so I'm super happy with that. And definitely give it the cheap homesteading seal of approval. So that's enough for today. You guys have a good one.